much it for this swing, and check back for more in a little bit. Hey, it's Brian Moran with TrainBaseball.com and 10StepBaseballPower.com. We're just going to take a quick look at Josh Hamilton. I think you guys are going to like this swing. Just going to let this run a little bit and let you guys watch this guy. He's one of the best hitters in the game right now, and has one of the sweetest swings I've ever seen. And I mean, you can just watch it one time and kind of be in awe of what this guy can do. Obviously, his story is phenomenal, but his swing is it's even better. I mean, this guy stays so still and generates so much power and bat speed into the ball. It's pretty crazy. So you just watch this guy. We're going to break down a few things. So the first thing we can start is this is right after he has loaded and his swing has started. We talked about this in a couple other videos already, that he has already done the drop and pop. He has begun to pop, or he's about to drop this front ankle right here, and his back ankle is now popping up off the ground if we go a few steps forward. There we go. Then now, let me go a little bit further. Watch that front ankle. There you go. So that he is now in the drop and pop. His front ankle has dropped to the ground, and he's going to start creating this firm front side. You watch from here on out, this front ankle, or the front knee, will now begin to lock out and create a firm front side for him to throw his weight into. The other thing, his back ankle has now popped. So he has now finished the drop and pop. And we'll keep going a little bit. Keeps his hands inside and starts whipping the bat around. And there you go. Before he's even made made contact, sorry, he has done the drop and pop. He's created the firm front side. And you have a little A-frame right here. His back foot is almost not even touching the ground. And it is a non-weight bearing foot now. All of his weight has now been thrown into this firm front side. I mean, every ounce of weight this guy has is going forward and into the ball. And right here, he's in the 90-90. Ideally, this is where he would have made contact with the ball, but I think we can cut him a break because he's in the home run derby, so I don't think he's really trying to hit line drives back up the middle like he would be in a game. But as you can see, here's the 90-90 right here. So you have two 90-degree angles that he's making. One here, go back to geometry class, there's your angle, and one here. So you have 90, 90. That is the principle that we preach over and over and over again. I mean, this, if you would be making contact right here, if you let it get a little bit deeper in, this is what we preach. This is what I try to do every single time I was in the cage. Every single time I took a swing off a tee, whether I was lined up to hit outside or inside or up the middle. If I lined up outside, I just put the tee further back so I could make the 90-90 back there. A little bit hard to draw here, but you guys get the idea. Actually, I'll draw it right here. Just pretend this is the batter's box. Here's home plate. So I'm a righty, so my feet are right here. If I set up a tee, I'm going to be in the cage and I'm going to be hitting up the middle. I'm going to put the ball a little bit out in front of home plate because my arms, when I make contact, just like he's in the 90-90 right here, if my bat is making contact at a 90-degree angle, if I'm going to hit the ball back up the middle, because that's what I'm trying to do right now, my arms are going to be at a 90-90. So you make that two angles. If I'm going to work on the inside pitch, I'm not going to put the ball right here. I'm going to put it out in front a little bit because I have to be able to make that 90-90. And same thing, if I'm going to hit outside, I'm going to put the tee behind me because I'm not going to go reach for this ball. I'm not going to be able to make a 90-degree angle. If I want to hit it hard to right field, my bat has to be perpendicular to the ball so I can make the 90-degree angle with my hands. Now granted, I know that's kind of confusing because you're not looking at the right angle here, and I'm drawing with a little mouse, and it makes it a little bit difficult, but you guys get the idea. So anyway, back to Josh Hamilton. I mean, this is perfect right here, and obviously he's not making contact. We'll just go forward a little bit to where he actually is making contact. So there you go. So, like I said, not ideal. He's not 90-90 like he was. He's a little bit flattened out here. His angles are a little bit more open, but I mean, number one, he's strong enough to be able to do that and still hit the ball out of the park. Number two, he's in the home run derby, so he's trying to pull the ball, so he's not trying to make contact back here. He wants to make contact out in front to get a little bit more whip down through the zone. Another big thing that a lot of guys don't realize, I know a lot of coaches coach to squish the bug, but he's not squishing any bug back here. He's actually, all his weight is moving forward, it's moving down into his firm front side, and it's wrapping around. He's wrapping around and generating all that torque down through the ball. So anyway, that is a big thing for you guys to understand. If you've never heard of this non-weight bearing back foot, now you know what that is, and that's basically it's something that you don't really want to practice a whole lot. It's just a byproduct of a ferocious swing. When you start making this firm front side for your weight to generate or to flow down through and to be thrown up against, your weight is naturally going to move forward and lift this back foot up off the ground. It's going to happen. I mean, and if you think about it, what would the swing look like if he didn't create that firm front side? I mean, we just did a little tutorial on Wieters, Matt Wieters for the Orioles. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that or not, but anyway, if you have, he didn't create that firm front side, and that's why he got out in front a little bit. I mean, think if this front leg was still bent. I mean, he's going to be way out in front. His head would not have stayed still. His waist would have moved forward and probably been around here, because that's what happens when you bend this knee. The reason he's keeping it straight is to keep his weight back and to keep his head still. And you can watch that if we play it through. Let's let it go through real quick so you can see what this really looks like. I'm going to put a circle around his head, and we're going to see how little it actually moves. So let's go back to the beginning, and I'll get this for you. So here's his head, and now watch as he. Sorry, it's not letting me do that right now. But anyway, let me back it up. Watch his head. I'll put it where my mouse was. I mean, his head didn't move. I mean, it stays perfectly still. His eyes are looking right down at the ball, and that's because he created the firm front side. That's where everything starts. I mean, that's why step one is to drop the front ankle. I mean, look at that. He drops it right to the ground, locks out that knee, and it keeps everything behind the ball. And that's exactly what you want to do. So anyway, just a quick wrap up. It's just one of these swings that you can't miss. I mean, you've got to be able to break this guy down because you've learned so much from Hamilton. Anyway, hope that helped.